Whenever the question arises, which is the most populous country in the world, that's a no-brainer, right? China, without a second's hesitation. But what if we say it's not true, or at least it's going to change soon because of the vanishing population in China? But why is this happening? President Xi Jinping revealed shocking secrets about it. Fascinated, right? What is it exactly? Stay tuned to find out. Chapter: What is happening in China? It came as a surprise, but has been a long time in the making. Recently, official statistics showed a decline in China's population for the first time in more than 60 years. China's National Bureau of Statistics announced recently that the country's total population had decreased by 850,000 between the end of 2021 and the end of 2022, the final point in a 10-point press release outlining notable figures of the last year. Although the difference is relatively small in a country of over 1.4 billion people, it does point to a worrying demographic shift in which the elderly are outnumbering the young. And after reading this report, Chinese President Xi Jinping is filled with apprehension. In the coming minutes, let's make an effort to find out what challenges are now being faced by the country and how President Jinping intends to address these challenges. Chapter: Why is the world's most populous country's population decreasing? There has been a dramatic drop in Chinese birth rates since the 1980s. The one-child policy in China has been blamed for this discovery. The one-child policy was extremely harsh, enforcing measures like large monetary fines and forced abortions. However, the Chinese government did not find anything improper or unethical about the practice. As a defense against the policy's detractors, it has always been argued that the policy helped the country out by preventing 400 million unwanted births. Of course, that's a huge sum of money, but naysayers of the policy point out that it could all be an exaggeration. The one-child policy can almost single-handedly be held responsible for the population decline. The second explanation is that people today would rather not have any children or have fewer than average. Statistics show that the average age of first-time parents has increased from 24.1 to 27.5 over the past 3 decades, covering 1990 through 2020. Late-in-life marriage and parenthood are becoming increasingly popular, and this trend is influencing married couples' decision to have fewer children. In 2022, China experienced a net loss of life as the country saw more deaths than births. It's the first time anything like this has occurred anywhere in the country. 9,056,000 babies were born that year. The figure is noticeably lower than projections made for the year 2021. Let's see what's going to happen in 2023. Chapter: Concerns. China is a country with a growing economy, and its large labor force is one reason why foreign companies have decided to set up shops there. Consumption in China will be impacted by the country's dwindling population, which will have repercussions for international production. Getting China out of its current economic rut will also be difficult for the CCP to achieve. A major challenge for the CCP and President Xi Jinping is the country's falling birth rate. Xi Jinping's China Dream initiative is rebuilding China's standing in the international community. China's near double-digit growth rate can be attributed in large part to the country's burgeoning economy and its demographic advantage. Nonetheless, the CCP has been forced to reevaluate its development policy due to the dramatic slowdown in economic growth and the difficulties in healthcare brought on by COVID-19. In keeping his presidency for a third term, Xi has demonstrated his resolve to meet every obstacle on the road to Chinese greatness and the continued existence of the CCP. Will China reach old age before it becomes a developed nation? Is there a way to stop China's population from vanishing? Chapter: To what extent is the government working to address it? Multiple initiatives have been taken by government officials in recent years to counteract the trend of declining birth rates. The one-child policy, which has been in effect for 30 years, was eased in 2016, allowing couples to have 2 children. The cap was raised to 3 in 2021. Since then, Beijing has provided financial incentives, tax breaks, and even property concessions to couples and small families in an effort to boost birth rates. The success of this plan, however, is something that time will tell. However, the current rate of China's population is unsustainable and has far-reaching consequences for the country.